Greetings for the nation. Well, we won in spectacular fashion tonight, or early this morning, whatever you want to call it, by defeating the number 14th ranked team in the country by around 14 points. And my final score ended up being quite close to the actual turnout of the game, but not as close. First thing I gotta say is, where was this team the season? I mean, this was our best game of the year. I mean, undoubtedly, this was an amazing game by our defense. Our defense in this game came alive. I mean, everyone was having a field day against Arizona State, for they could get nothing going through the air, and we managed to block all the gaps for the most part and allow only 100 or so yards rushing, which is pretty good, and that's about average for a team that have rushing per game. So that was a major thing I said in my pregame video that we had to do in this game in order to win it. And we did it. I mean, Heido, Will Smith, Trey Portal all had a great game today. Albeit Trey Portal left with a concussion, with a call that should have been a helmet. But there was a lot of iffy calls in this game, so I'm not gonna complain about that too much at all. And Webb, wow, 405 yards I think was the total amount of yards he threw through the air, and he tied the record touchdowns for the what was it again? The Holiday Bowl, which was about 4. I mean, he did the touchdowns all in the first half, and surprisingly, we didn't really score that many points in the second half. In fact, I think the only point we got was on that kickoff return. Let me check to make sure I'm correct on that. Of course, don't have it up. Why would I? Yeah, that game went on kind of long, didn't it, guys? There we go. Yeah, we had another field goal near the end of the third quarter. So yeah, we didn't really score at all in the second half too much. This was a outstanding first half for us. We set the tempo early on. I'm just still shocked of how we more or less embarrassed a solid team, and wondering why can we do that earlier than when we were playing K-State, Texas, and Oklahoma. Where was this kind of attitude? Maybe because not a lot of our players were healthy at the time on defense, but I don't know. It just kind of made you wonder. But this was an exciting game to watch. I mean, at times I felt like Arizona State could be on the verge of a comeback, but defense managed to prevent that, and a lot of stupid mistakes made by Arizona State as well. I mean, for the Arizona State fans, it must suck knowing how poor the clock management was near the end of the first half. I mean, even I was going, like, as a Tech fan. Wait, what, field goal? Oh. Because I was getting kind of worried, though, that they were going to spike it and have enough time to get points. I was hoping they would rush and do it, and I was surprised that they actually did. And then there was that heartbreak kick for Arizona State in the end zone, in which they dropped that pass, which was just like nothing really went right for them. But I think we managed to get under the skin and really more or less rustle the feathers and get them into a scenario where they haven't been most of the season. I mean, wow. And it was good to see in this game Jason Small back in action after having a really bad game against Texas. I mean, he got shut down, and I was kind of worried that he may or may not have the All-Star game that he did have. But my God, he had a fantastic game, man. I hold him the game that he is leaving for the NFL. I'm not sure that's correct or not, but it's like, well, I'm glad he was at Tech for however long he was, and he is one of the greatest tight ends of all time in college football. If not the greatest, which is maybe hyperbolic or homo-ish, but I don't care. And I'll be able to have the greatest rushing game, like we don't normally have this season. At times, we really did have some good ones. When we need to get a good one, and we got it. Kenny Williams, King Grant, everyone was having a pretty okay day comparatively for us while running. Oh yeah, there was one mistake I made in my pregame video that I want to correct right now. I mentioned Arizona State's running back, Grice. Apparently he got injured. That was a flaw on my part because the pregame article I read before the game said he would mention him as a key factor. So I guess had some poor information regarding him. So I apologize for that. And I also apologize for any mix-up regarding when I said Michael Brewer had more experience. What I meant by that was he has more experience being here his freshman and his sophomore year now than Davis Webb. That's what I meant by it. I didn't mean this season experience-wise. I meant overall experience-wise. But I'm glad Davis Webb was the starter because, as I said in this video before, he had a hell of a game. And at times I thought we were going to have in the beginning of the game at least, that we were going to be a roulette, putting in the quarterbacks back and forth and really mixing them up. But both the times we put in Michael Brewer, he always ran the ball for quarterback draw, and that thing kind of made me scratch my head for a bit. Because it just was kind of weird. I'm glad they only did it twice because I'm sure the third time they knew what was going to happen. If I were going to pick a thing we kind of had some minor problems on this game, it would probably be some slight special team fails, which was the offsides in the beginning of the game after we got our first touchdown, which prevented us from getting a PAT. And the fumble we had on a kickoff return. Was it a punt return? Yeah, it was a punt return. And the other fumble we had on a punt return. That touched us, kind of, not really. But, as I said before, for the most part, we had a outstanding game. And one of the best we had so far this season. Now, what are we gonna do next season. Now the season isn't over. Well, seeing how well our defense performed, I think going into the off season and for next season, we are gonna get much better on defense. Albeit we're losing a lot of good guys on defense. I think we can recruit well enough and make use of what we have enough after they leave in order to build a strong defense, because this game shows that our defense can be aggressive and play really, really good football when they're healthy and committed to winning. And offensively, it's a no-brainer that Davis Webb's going to be the starter next season. I mean, after the season he's had and that bowl game, yeah, I think he could be a starter with Michael Boo Levy to second string. Wow. This was a great game. I know I'm saying that a lot. It was just exciting to see a win again after those 5 losses. And to do it in the manner we did, defensively, with everyone doubting us, with the point spread to be 22 points in favor of Arizona State. I mean, it felt good to win as the underdogs again. Which is kind of a thing, but it seems like we, past few seasons, we've been more underdogs and won more underdog games than we have been being favorites. Which is kind of funny. Is there anything else we want to talk about right now? I mean, what time is it right now? I'm making a video at 3 a.m. Wow. Well, I think that just about covers it. This was a great way to end this season. I mean, we started out strong, lost away a bit near the end, but we won the bowl game. Not only that, it was the first bowl win for Cliff Kingsbury there as head coach. And that's important, to finish their season with a win. Either being a bowl win or, well, it doesn't matter if we win a bowl game first. Yeah, I'm kind of tired right now. So, I'm gonna head off, and I'll see you, well, I guess next year. So, until then, Raider Nation, guns up, Raider Power, Reckham Tech, and Happy New Year, everyone.